Mick, if you've got something to say to me, say it to my face.
I'd be happy to. I just didn't know you really existed. I thought you just kind of hid in the shadows.
You know, it's funny that no one can ever find me, but yet I'm everywhere. I'm wondering, do you guys really look? Do you? I'm not hiding, Mick. I'm running a business, and you should be happy that I have a business sense. You know why? Because that business sense makes it so that I don't want a lawsuit 3 weeks before WrestleMania. And me not wanting a lawsuit means that I don't rip your badly in need of a hip replacement leg off and beat you senseless with it.
So are you saying you're going to rip my leg off and beat me senseless with it, or are you going to assign that task to Samoa Joe? Because that seems to be the way you roll these days.
You are a fun little nostalgia act, aren't you? You want to read off the name of the city from your hand now? Get a cheap pop right here in Detroit? Let's go with the Joe! I would have...
Skills and vocabulary too. Cover hits in the disc edition is all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary and like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It is the latest episode of Rig Tap Pro Wrestling. Keith and Keisha are in the building. Keisha, tell them what's up.
Hi, people. And how are y'all tonight? Y'all have to excuse me. I'm still trying to get myself together. Gathering my head a little bit. Ooh, honey. I can't.
Yeah. Okay. For those of you who don't know, the way this show works, we watch wrestling all week. We prep.
All week.
We write stuff down. We send each other notes back and forth. We email each other. We instant message, we call each other, whatever we got to do to pass the information back and forth. And then on days like this, right before we go live, shit just breaks. And it totally alters everything we planned on doing. Now, the original theme of this show was, hey, goodbye Joe Louis Arena. I wrote an article about 3 years ago on the announcement that Joe Louis Arena was going to be destroyed, and they putting up a new arena in downtown Detroit, our home area where we grew up. And this show I was going to talk about the importance of Joe Louis Arena, the importance of it in wrestling, my love for the Red Wings, my love for everything that is the Metro Detroit area, and Keisha. They broke it. They broke it. Also, I mean, it's March Madness, right? Like, this is the first weekend of March Madness. It's Friday, so it's the second day. I haven't even looked at my bracket. I said I was not looking at my bracket at all until Sunday. Let it all sort out and see how it lands. Okay. That was something we're going to talk. And we're going to talk about all of this stuff.
Right.
Okay. Usually we save news for the news. We're not doing that today, Bucko. We got to go right into it because it's hot. So, like I said, things break. And if you have been living under a rock, apparently there's a big iCloud hack. And in this iCloud hack, a lot of people's photos and videos have got leaked. Well, WWE superstar Paige, star of Total Divas, family who's going to be subject of a movie about their life that is currently in production. Executive produced by The Rock and WWE Studios. Current girlfriend of Alberto El Patron. Well, I think he was Impact champion for about a day. But, you know, all right, so we going all there, right? Woo. Generally, we don't get into this kind of stuff. We try to be above board, above the gossip and all this, but it ain't gossip if it's on video, right?
Right.
All right. So, there's two levels of this. One level, Keish. Hey, man, there's some sick people out here. Y'all going out here hacking people for the purpose of exposing their life out to the world, right?
Right.
That is sick and disgusting, and it's an invasion of privacy, and it's a gross injustice, and whatever punishment y'all get, y'all deserve. Okay?
Right.
Whew. Also, as an older man, I'm glad all my dirt happened in the late 90s and early 2000s before this technology got really good.
Shut up. It's like, what the?
Before this technology got really good. Woo-wee. Boy, no, boy. You could record stuff on the flip phone. So,
thank you, Jesus moment. That's what I'm going to call it right now.
Yeah. See, the thing is, life going to afford me. I'm not going to be famous for another 2 or 3 years. So, life will afford me to not have to maybe suffer some of this stuff. Some. Also, hey, man, everybody know me. Know everything crappy I've ever done, so ain't too much go shock nobody. Which this isn't crappy. Now, let me say this first. One thing about the situation is this. We also as a society can't stop being so fucking judgmental, right?
Right.
And when I say stop being so judgmental about the actions that you're going to see on this, because if you watch it, you just as creepy. Secondly, let's stop judging because, hey, people like to have fun, right?
Right.
Whatever you do in your privacy is up to you. And because somebody wants to steal those moments, those are the real bad people. I hope nobody lose their job behind this. I hope nobody ends up getting punished behind this. Because guess what, man? It was some young people having fun. And
right.
I'm going to say this. It looked fun. So let me tell you, it looked fun. So without further ado, that's the serious side of all of this. Now, what me and Keisha came for, me being a stand-up comedian by trade, we're here for these jokes.
Petty as hell.
We're here for these jokes. Oh, man. So, look. At first, it was just like, oh, Paige had some leaked photos. Then it's like she had some leaked nudes. Then we learned, hey, she was dating Brad Maddox. Who knew?
Right.
Like, okay, so I watched Total Divas, right? Self-admitted.
Right.
I knew about the guys on Total Divas. You know, the little scummy guy, the rocker guy. You know, I got those dudes, right? Then it goes to Alberto. And it's like, okay, hey, that dude still ain't divorced, but that's fine. Do you. Live your life. You know what I mean?
You said live your life. Shut up.
But now I found, oh, man, Brad Maddox was really the MVP of SmackDown and Raw. Okay. But yeah, he was on there, and he was. Hey, this is a confirmed relationship, and hey, to be fair, this was hacked from her account, so it wasn't even hacked. Like it wasn't like he leaked it, like being a scumbucket, right?
Right.
These are leaked.
Like
so,
he was being petty or something.
Yeah, no, these were shared moments between them that they cherished. Okay.
Aw, ain't that cute?
Now, this is where. Hey, man, if you Alberto, hey, man, this is where, like in a relationship, sometimes you got to know some stuff so it don't hurt you later. Because I can't imagine.
There's a test, goddamn.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
All right.
And then, now, it's got to be funny because let's say they have moments backstage where, like, she bumped into Xavier and was like, hey, what's up? And, like, yeah, he just a friend. Oh, I forgot. There's a video of a three-way between Brad Maddox, Xavier Woods, and Paige. And yes, Paige got introduced to the up, up, down, down in a whole different way.
That's the running joke on Twitter right now.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm going to co-opt that because I think it's funny.
That shit is too hard. And for those of you that don't know, or haven't been on Twitter, or have been on Twitter and wondering why Xavier Woods is the trending topic right now, this is why.
That is the thing too. Like, hey, you are a professional wrestler. You are a guy whose goal is to be big things on TV, right?
Right.
The moment that you become the number one trending topic, it is for a leaked sex tape that you hope nobody saw. And
that is awful.
Well, I don't know if he hoped nobody saw it. I mean, here's the thing. He doesn't lose in any of this. Let me put it like this. He don't lose.
Right.
Because, I mean, hey, she looked like she was... Okay, anyway, here's a lose. I'll just put it like that. So, only thing is that his employers are some assholes and they try to be ultra conservative and push the envelope all at the same time, right?
Right.
So, this is a company that's to hit people with chairs, have people bleeding, diving off of cages, and all kinds of shit. In the middle of a concussion lawsuit, and some things of some other unethical treatment that they've been accused of over the years, but they go get high and mighty as they sit in front of you, as the chairman of the board has had all his own scandals. You know what I mean? And there's all kinds of rumors and all kinds of shit about him. It's going to look you in the face and say, pal, we can't have this kind of stuff. Which, surprised he ain't on the video.
Right.
Right? So, there's that. Then, these fuckers are associated with the President of the United States. So, you got to remember that whole family had took a picture in the Oval Office with the President like a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So, they're going to act offended. Which, hey, y'all took a president picture with that fucker?
Exactly.
The dude who they say factually was like going into the dressing rooms of the pageants that he ran, some that would include teenage girls. You want to do it? You want to do that? You want to do like picture his wife naked? Like, I mean, we want to go there because we could go there, right? So,
right.
They're going to act high and mighty with Xavier. Because, see, Paige been on thin ice anyway. But I think they were coming around. Like, I think once she came off an injury, she was going to get back into the fold. Even though they don't like her current boyfriend, they probably figure out a way they could try to fuck that up. Okay. Don't know about that now. And the reality is, she's the victim here. You know what I mean?
She really is.
Everybody involved are the victims because they got hacked. They got leaked because of that. And you know, there's some other videos and there's all kinds of shit out here right now. So, I was working with Pro Wrestling Spotlight, and hey man, they got all kinds of stuff.
It is. This is deep.
Man.
This is deep.
Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Look, man. I was trying to bring up something that I saw, and I saw something else. This is crazy. This is like the craziest stuff that I've ever seen, ever. Right? But there are way more rumors. Oh, somebody got a picture of Brad Banks for the Hall of Fame. And then I seen another picture where they got Brad Banks, Hall of Fame inductee. They got a picture of Xavier Woods over his shoulder. Yep. So, the internet has no chill.
Absolutely. None whatsoever. We all know that.
There's a picture.
I was waiting on it.
Of Xavier Woods and Paige play a Twister, and it says "clap for these two nuts," and you can feel the power. Oh wow, the chill.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. The chill is gone on all of this. I just want to let you know. There's a picture of Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox that say the real tag team champions.
Nick.
Xavier Woods got.
I'm still stuck on the New Day reference. That shit's funny.
His most recent tweet says a little chilly that night. All right, Xavier.
You know what? That is awful.
I hope to God there's no leaked photos of Bayley. I can't picture her that matter. It would totally kill her career if anyone saw her that way.
Oh my God!
Maybe.
Right.
Also, no leaked photos of Sasha Banks. Do we really need to see her and Mackenzie? I guess that's Mackenzie. Get down. Okay, that was somebody who runs the spotlight. First of all, this is what I'm going to say. I want to quote the great Rod Funches, who on Twitter, he had like the Kermit picture. And, had Kermit talking to himself or whatever. And then it says, hey, it's sad what happened to Paige and the leaked photos or whatever. And then it says, also me, I hope Becky Lynch has a weak password.
That is awful.
Hey, man, I'm thinking the same thing about Naomi.
No.
Hope her password is that. Would it be Trinity Pterodactyl at iCloud? Okay. I'm asking for a friend. Seriously. Somebody says, are there any non-jack photos? Okay. Well, there's somebody from The Extra, and they said what they found out is that the guy who leaked all the Paige stuff and a lot of real leaks from Summer, Maurice, Victoria, and others. The word is, one is a lesbian, and from Maurice, it's a video. And the next leak, it's a Big E threesome, and this guy had something around 50 videos of WWE superstars. Sorry if it was said, and also by English. Woo, okay. That's what people are saying out there in these streets right now.
Wait, what?
I will repeat. They said that they found, and that's they, this is the internet, all this could be untrue, but whew, man, if this is true, that the guy who leaked all the Paige stuff has been part of a lot of real leaks, and he has some leaks from Summer Rae, Maurice, Victoria, and others, and the word is that one of them is a lesbian.
Whoa.
And from the Maurice, there's a video. Which, this is Retired Pro Wrestling. You can forward any filth that you have to K-Holt at retiredprowrestling.com. I will filter it out, and for the journalistic integrity of the audience, and I'll verify the video and then let y'all know. Because I've seen a couple of videos, and I can verify. Okay, there's the one with Brad and Paige in like the Catholic schoolgirl skirt. Keish, in researching this last comment we talking about, I saw a 23-second clip of Paige, and she was telling somebody that she was practicing, and she showed what she was practicing for, and let's say it involves Smano, and yeah. So this is all kinds of crazy.
What the kind of shit was she into?
Hey, she was into everything. Like, that wild girl image, not a fucking image. Not an image. Apparently, she was doing as much PG as she could. Whew. Paige is X-rated. And
hey, why is somebody in these comments wishing Xavier Woods the best in his future endeavors? Like, I don't have time for people.
No, look, if he gets let go, I think that would be a big waste of time. Now, mind you, they got an interesting spot because he his up up down down show is very very popular on the on the YouTube. Keisha, you laughing because you would never live that down now, huh?
No, I'm laughing because there's this meme of Vince from when he revealed himself as the higher power, and the comment with it is, it's probably Vince releasing all these videos and pics, and then in the words in the meme saying, "It was me all along."
That's funny.
Like, people, if you've never seen that storyline with Undertaker and Vince and Stone Cold, you would not know what I'm talking about right now. But
wow, it's Keith. I'm enjoying this way too much. You know, it's too fun, and we haven't had fun in a while in wrestling. Just this me going around and says, I guess Stephanie McMahon was on the last up down down. They said, with Stephanie McMahon being on the up down down this past week, Xavier Woods could do nothing wrong and have a job for life.
Right.
Okay. No, apparently not. Apparently not. But the thing is like, yo, he was there, and I don't think he intended on this happening to his life. You know what I mean? Like, whoo.
I mean, okay, all right, let's be real. Let's be honest, okay? Everyone has done something dumb. Maybe not into this. We're not even talking. We might not even talk the same context, the same thing, or nothing. I'm just saying, in general, we've all done something dumb in life that we wouldn't want nobody to see. I mean, no one. So, like, I'm pretty sure none of these three went into this thinking, like, yeah, this is going to get posted one day on the internet. Like, that just never happened. It never happened unless you're a porn star and this is what you do for a living. Then, I mean, that's completely understandable. But, yeah, like, that just, no. So, this was a moment that these three had in private that is now exposed to the world. And I'm pretty sure, because I think what everybody forgets is that Paige is the victim in this situation. To tell the truth, all three of them are, because this came from her iCloud or whatever that they done had, and now all three of them are exposed in this blight, and everybody's looking like, what the fuck is going on? For some, it is a good laugh, and for some, they're really seriously like, this is horrible. I can't believe y'all are doing this. Like, what the fuck? So, I personally kind of see both sides a little bit. As I'm horrifically laughing at this situation, I think that it's kind of tragic, but this shit is funny as hell. I can't even lie. It's not even the situation of it being exposed. I'm not even laughing at that. I'm laughing at these comments. People's reactions to this shit is too funny. I mean, too funny. Oh, man. Like, seriously. It's like, let's put it like this. If some of these folks was in Xavier Woods' face, like, right now, him and Brad Max, like, they would literally be giving him a high five. Like,
yeah.
Like, dude, you're awesome.
I mean, here's the thing. They ain't currently dating them right now. You know what I mean? They ain't not currently dating Paige right now. So they probably not tripping. And I mean, hell, I don't think Alberto tripping that much. You know why? He know who he went. Who knows if they probably had these discussions. I'm pretty sure they might have some video footage of themselves, because apparently seems like that's what she likes to do. And also, I mean, shit. I mean, that's... Look. Hey, people. I know y'all try to marry Miss Boring and Miss Lame and all that stuff. If you like the fun girl, marry the fun girl. just, hey, Alberto know his life about to be interesting forever.
Right.
So he's still winning. His life might be interesting forever, and I wasn't that excited to see the Xavier Brad Max Page threesome, but hey, if there's a video that involves Page and let's say Rosa Mendez or something, K Holt at ringtimeprowrestling.com.
You know what? Just
I will
know.
verify the authenticity of the footage.
You know. I'm just going to put out there that I am not associated with this situation. Don't send no shit to me. I don't want to see it. Don't tweet me nothing. I'm good. It's funny because somebody done call whoever leaked this stuff the real MVP. He is not. Y'all stop it. I'm not dealing with this.
The person who leaked it is an asshole. Like, let's not forget that.
I can't. With this meal, though, it's a picture of Paige, Summer Rae, and Emma together, and it got a Browser's logo in the corner. Like, I'm gonna need people to just stop this. Y'all stop it. Really? This is awful. But it's funny because people are getting thrown enjoyment out of this. Yeah. And I hate it because, like, as funny as it might be, as funny as the reactions are, because let's be real, that's what's really funny about it. As funny as the reactions are, like, the real situation is pretty fucking horrible. Because I'm guaranteed, if it was you, like, you'll be horrified right now. Like, because I can guarantee you, if it was me, I'll be trying to find the biggest hole to throw myself in right now. Like, I literally I will go into super hiding. Like, no, I ain't asking no questions. I'm not answering no phone calls. No come knocking on my door. I don't know you. Leave me alone. Like, I would shut down everything. Everything. So, it's horrible, but these reactions, like, people are just awful and hilarious. Like, this is just bad, man.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Shit happens, right? Like, I guess that's where I'm at with it. Like, shit happens, right? I've put my thoughts out there. I'm sharing them on social media. At the end of the day, man, we do what we do. Are there consequences? There may be some. And don't get me wrong. I do see the WWE have a side in this as a company, right? They do want to project a PG product, family values, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Two things. One of the dudes in the tape also sells Booty-O cereal on your website.
Okay.
So,
be real. Oh, not just the website. If you go to a few stores, if you go to any FYE, they have it there too. I know, I've seen it. It's on the shelf and everything. There's a whole, like, New Day section at FYE. And Booty-O's is, like, smack dab in the middle of it. I kid you not, I wish I was playing.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's one of those things, like, I don't know if them being so high profile right now hurts or helps this. And what I mean by that is that, hey, they got a lot invested in them. They got a lot riding with them right now. So they may not, want to mess that up. But also, because of that, they also may feel slighted and may feel like, hey, we need to do some damage control because we got you too high out there right now. We might need to pull this back. I don't know. I really don't know how any of this is going to work. I hope there's no punishment or no ramifications that come from it. And yeah, that's whew. All right. We 30 minutes deep in the show.
This is deep. Yeah.
So let's go. Raw. This Raw was recorded live at Joe Louis Arena. It's going to be the last Raw at Joe Louis Arena. For those of you who don't know, Joe Louis Arena, very historic building in the Detroit area, named after famed world champion boxer Joe Louis, who was a Detroit native, the Brown Bomber. We have been down there a few times. It is the home of the Detroit Red Wings, one of the greatest hockey franchises ever. Love the Red Wings. Grew up a huge fan. One of the reasons was because, hey man, that was the one Detroit team you could always depend on. 25 straight playoff appearances. Multiple Stanley Cups in my lifetime. They won it 97, 98, 2002, and 2008. So, whew. Now, I was heartbroken in 95 when they got swept by the Jersey Devils. I also hated in 2009 when they lost to Pittsburgh because I thought they could have got that back-to-back. But through it all, very proud of the team. Love them. They're going to go to a new arena in downtown Detroit put together by the Scourge of Earth, Dan Gilbert. I hope he drowns in the bath. Okay, that's another story. Let's keep it positive. But Joe Louis has been a very important builder in the world of professional wrestling. Joe Louis last year is where Shane McMahon made his return. Big Show won his first ever world title in his first ever match, Joe Louis Arena. He debuted in WWE, Joe Louis Arena. Many of things have happened in that building that are very, very big. And I'm going to go down a few highlights because that's what I like to do. But, yeah. It is on 19 Eiserman Drive. For those of you who don't know, Steve Eiserman, one of the greatest Red Wings of all time. Greatest Red Wing of my lifetime. I would say second greatest of all time because apparently Gordie Howe was the shit. But, yeah. But going to Pro Wrestling Fandom. Yes, so in 1991, Survivor Series happened at Joe Louis Arena. 1994, Halloween Havoc. 1995, Halloween Havoc. Back-to-back years. Survivor Series, 1999. Vengeance, 2002. Survivor Series again in 2005. Royal Rumble, 2009. WWE Over the Limit, 2010. Night of Champions, 2013. So, I mean, just to give you some ideas of what's going on in that building historically. I want to say the Survivor Series, 91. That might be the Hogan Undertaker chokeout. Primetime Wrestling, 1986. Saturday Night's Main Event, 1987. That was March of 1987. So that is the Saturday Night's Main Event before WrestleMania 3 at the Pontiac Silverdome.
And me. It was right around me.
Yes, this was 3 days after Keisha.
That's right. I was just a mere baby laying in a basket. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's continue.
There was a Raw, September 28th, 1998, when the Keith turns 19. Wow. Just to give you some background. That would have been about the third or fourth game of the football season of my freshman year at SUNY Canton in upstate New York. Shout out to my SUNY school people. That's the acronym for State University of New York. It's probably the game was it the game I returned to kickoff against Concordia? I have to go back in my head and figure that out. Don't have a lot of video. Yeah, I was all the way live back there, Keish. All the way live. But yeah, that's freshman year. September 1998. Yeah. That young, strapping college football player that we all used to know and love. But that was another time in another lifetime. You know, I'm old enough to have been 18 twice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. About to say I was 20 twice. But that's another story for another time. But yeah, Joe Louis was a huge part of professional wrestling history. I mean, when I like got the list of televised programs there, and you go through the Heat, Raw, SmackDown, Jacked, Crazy Velocity been recorded there, ECW shows, NXT, September 14th of 2010. So that must have been a takeover. Main event. Just, I mean, like, it's crazy the amount of the shows that was recorded at Joe Louis Arena. But neither here nor there. It's going now. But this week, show opens up with Paul Heyman and Brock. And Paul giving his 2 cents. Well, how you think all this gonna roll out? You don't miss much. Then, hey, we have a women's match. Sasha Banks takes on Dana Brooke. And,
that was interesting.
She beat Dana.
Right.
Also, do we feel the wheels of Sasha turning?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I feel like that turn is coming soon.
It's coming, and it's approaching fast. I don't think like it's gonna happen like next week.
No,
but you know,
I think it happens at WrestleMania. Like, I think the turn legitimately happens at WrestleMania.
Right.
Because, I mean, there's nothing else you could really do with that. But, yeah, it's going down at WrestleMania. Now, I had thought about in my head, like, oh, well, maybe they'll swerve us and Bayley will turn. But, like, no, Bayley can't turn. Like, her whole identity and character is so deep in babyface land.
But that's why it would be perfect. Like, think about it. That's why it would be perfect for her to turn. Now, I know it's not going to happen. You know, I know. If you have any level of intelligence, then you already know that it's not going to happen. But that's why it would be perfect. Because it would blindside the shit out of everybody. Like, I mean, it would be so far from what everyone would expect that it would go over perfectly. Like, no one can see that coming. As a matter of fact, it would be so shocking that no one will believe it for probably about a good 3 weeks. Like, it would just go on as, it wouldn't go on as her being a face, because I mean, after that you cut the promos and you'll see the actions, and of course she won't wear all the colors, and you know, you won't see all the inflatable tube men and all that kind of stuff, but
yeah,
it would go over fast. Like, there would be no question that this is what's happening. Everybody would know. It would puzzle the shit out of people for probably about a good 5 minutes, and then after that, it'll start to sink in, and they will start to understand, like, yeah, that just happened. With Sasha, it's predictable, like, because as we've seen Sasha over time, you know, she hasn't always. We all know this. Sasha hasn't always been good, because that's the word I want to use.
Yeah, no.
We all know Sasha hasn't. So with Sasha, it's predictable. Just like with Charlotte. If Charlotte were to be a face right now, you would just be counting down the days until she turns heel again. Like, it's not something that is too far-fetched from any one of their own characters and personalities. But with Bayley always has been good. So with Bayley, this would be a whole left field type situation. And that's why it would be so awesome if it happened. I would hate to see it happen, but it would be grand for that to go over the way that it would. I know it would. But they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it because of that reason. Like, it's not going to happen, so. But I personally wanted to give my whole little spin on why that would be greatness. I know that most people don't agree, and I get it. I understand why you wouldn't agree. Personally, I like Bayley as the hugger myself, so I wouldn't agree with it either, but man, that would be good. Oh, that would just be hilariously horrific. Like, it would. I mean, but nonetheless, yeah, Sasha will be a bad girl all over again really soon. So just see how far she's going to take it this time. Because if there's one female heel right now that can dig deep under your skin, it's Charlotte. Man, that girl can rip. Like, seriously. I mean, granted, I give it up to Dana for standing up for herself and finally sticking to Charlotte after she called herself firing her. But
yeah, I mean, this was kind of funny.
Charlotte is that person.
With Dana Brooke, right? She did stand up, but it's like, did she stand up before already? And then we backed off of that? And like now, all of a sudden, she's standing up for herself again? That was kind of weird.
Right.
But it was good to see her snap.
To me, I feel like this time is different. And this time isn't... Okay, so the last time it happened, she, like, slapped her, and then she ended up in that, like, triple threat. And then, like, after she lost, she was like, oh, my God, Charlotte, I'm sorry. And no. I feel like this is a different situation. I feel like this time around, it's like, look, I'm sick of your shit. You're going to sit out here and you're going to say I'm a disgrace and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm done. Like, seriously, dude. I'm done. So, it was one thing, Dana was up there, like, apologizing and stuff. She just kept going riffing at her, and Dana was like, you know what? I'm done. Like, no. Because there's nothing really there for Dana. Like, there's no title shot, there's no title shot, there's no no one contender match, like nothing. There's, to tell the truth, Dana has really nothing to gain from attacking Charlotte at this point, except satisfaction of knowing that she slapped her. Like that's pretty much all there is. So that's I guess my personal takes on these situations are what some might consider to be a little skewed, but to me, this is just how I see things, you know?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think Dana and Charlotte could have a reasonable feud, right? Because Nia Jax is going to start moving towards the world title. And she probably will have to move towards it against, like, Bayley, right? Also, don't know what Sasha's going to do and when that turn happens. And does she end up with Bayley, right? I hope Nia doesn't end Odd Woman out in the equation. But you might want to give Charlotte something temporary to do for like a month or so before she goes back and snatches the belt. So that's what I would be thinking. Next up, Tony Nese and Brian Kendrick defeat TJ Perkins and Akira Tozawa. You know what? I didn't watch 205 Live this week, so it'd be hard for me to tell you who won that number one contender match. I'm assuming Austin Aries, but you know.
I didn't watch it, but I do know who won, and it was Austin Aries. So it will be Austin Aries and Neville at WrestleMania, which I kind of figured. I kind of assumed that anyway, but now there's clarification of the situation. So that's going to be. I think that's going to be, if not the match of the night, it's going to be a solid number 2. That's going to be an awesome match. I'm sorry.
No, it was
I
funny.
can already see it.
Man, I was sitting there. I was going over. I'm ordering the Mercury Rising DVD from Dragon Gate. It's like $22, but one, I want to see myself because I'm on the second row, so I'm going to probably get a lot of like camera time, especially a few times where like people got hit towards the rope. Now I hope there's not significant footage of me nodding off while I was there, because I did nod off during a couple of matches, but I worked all day, so neither here nor there. That show, Keish, I watched the first match where this guy named John Moxley wrestled Eric Cannon, with Trina Michaels getting involved on John Moxley's behalf. Then Rebby Sky came out to chase off Trina Michaels. You know Rebby Sky because she's Rebby Hardy. You know John Moxley because he is none other than Dean Ambrose.
Right.
That's the second match of the show. I watched Yamamoto beat Austin Aries in a loser kind of leaves town match. Basically, it was his last shot at the Dragon Gate title. Of course, he went to TNA from there. This was his in-between stint from ROH. I saw a guy named Brody Lee, who I said looks kind of like Bruiser Brody. That guy was Luke Harper. I bet Rich Swann that night. Wasn't impressed, but I bet Rich Swann. Akira Tozawa was on that show. Pac, who you know as Neville, was on that show. So like I was there, I'm like, wow. And every time I see somebody new, I was like, wow, that is like another guy from that show. I'm up to like 7 guys from that show.
Right.
That are in NXT or on the main roster or something. Crazy as hell. So, people, when a big time indie show coming to your town, you should go. You never know what future stars you're about to see.
Definitely will do that.
Also, that night, I met New Jack. He was signing autographs in the back with Terry Runnels. Didn't know there was an item at the time. But him and Terry Runnels.
Yeah,
were signing autographs in the back.
It's a combination of people. Yeah, I don't see how that happened. Like, I don't know. Maybe because I don't know them personally. So, but considering New Jack and his own character, and then Terry, I don't know. Yeah. That's always been a little weird to me. I don't know about that one, but to each his own. Hey, you know.
Oh,
you like it? I love it.
That relationship ended very tragically too.
Yeah, I know it did.
Where she sued New Jack for a libel and block sale of nude pics. So, yeah. Oh wow.
There was a lot to that, but they were together for a while. Like, they were together longer than a little bit. So that was interesting to me.
Yeah, crazy though. So New Jack saying they hooked up because he supplied her Percocets to her via fellow Perkins. Wow. Like, no, let me stop. Because, it is,
Right?
Yeah, because this thing goes petty. It goes into, people say Dusty Rose and pay child support. Like, it goes to, I don't want to keep.
What?
Yeah, don't want to keep reading because it goes bad. It is crazy. Just crazy. But bad. A lot is going on out in this wrestling. But let's get back to Raw. So Kevin Owens gets some mic time where he explains himself. And, he talked about how Jericho was never friends, And he said, who needs friends when you got a destroyer? Samoa Joe comes out. Apparently, there's rumors of those guys being part of Evolution 2.0 with Triple H. Not how sure that's going to be. I hope they call it something new and don't call it Evolution 2.0.
Right, because that name sucks.
Yeah, it's fucking corny. Call it the new breed, something like that. But they took on Jericho and Sami Zayn, who won the match via disqualification because Joe and Owens was beating the shit out of him. And I'm pretty sure Sami Zayn is hurt. Like, legit hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I have heard that. And
'Cause-
I'm like, damn.
Keisha, Sami Zayn, what you expect?
Hey, I mean, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, like, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No, somebody gonna be hurt. It's gonna be Sami Zayn.
Right. That's
Which I think is me. I shouldn't do that. Because, you know, people can't control when they get hurt, right? Like, that's not fair. So, the New Day has a segment with Big Show and Titus O'Neil. There was a number one contender match for the tag team titles that ended in chaos. Because Cesaro and Sheamus decided that, I mean, they were going to wrestle Enzo and Cass, and the winner was go ahead and take on Anderson and Gallows for the titles. Well, that shit ended in chaos because Anderson and Gallows figured if we beat up both of them, then there won't be a number one contender. Instead, we got a triple threat now for the tag team titles. Pretty sure that's going to end up taking us to WrestleMania with that. But Anderson and Gallows will fight both Cesaro and Sheamus and Enzo and Cass. Now,
oh wow.
I'll say this. I am shocked that I'm going to say this. You remember how I was critical of the Sheamus Cesaro pairing when it first happened and thought, like, man, it's stupid. Y'all just don't have nothing to do with these guys. Y'all don't know what to do with them too.
Yeah, they don't. They
All
really
right.
don't.
Quiet as kept, they've made this work. And I'm interested, and I like seeing them together. Long range, they was right. I wasn't wrong, but I would say they figured it out.
Yeah,
Also,
this is true.
when you watch Cesaro work, you like, wow, why is he not a bigger star? I think I get that feeling every time I watch him work. Every time I watch him work, I'm like, wow, he is so much better than so many other people. Because he can move, he's agile, he can talk, he got personality. Look, man, if you got a
Right.
dude who can speak 5 languages, it ain't fucking him, it's y'all if y'all can't get no words for him. I'd have him cut promos in Swiss, English, French, all kinds of shit. But yeah, the guy is incredibly talented. Like he says, agile. He can move with all the little guys, but he's strong as shit. So he can. I mean, you can work him with just about anybody. And then when he uses his feats of strength on the big guys, it looks really impressive. Like when he jacks up some dude 400 pounds and puts him on his neck. But then, like I said, he's small enough where he can work with like some little dude and make it all work. And he can keep pace with whoever. Like I don't get him. So Roman Reigns and Undertaker are official as a match at WrestleMania. Your thoughts?
Oh God, I don't know, man. What's the deal with Roman? I mean, seriously, I don't know how to even assess this situation. To tell the truth, is it bad that I'm not happy?
No, I mean,
Like-
here's the thing. Okay, I go down what exists as the WrestleMania card and tell you right now, I'm like, creative has nothing. Creative has nothing
Right.
for you. So
Yeah,
here's the
okay.
thing. I feel like Undertaker needed a big match. Roman Reigns needed a match. They felt like those was the two biggest names they could associate with each other, right?
Right.
I felt like Cena Undertaker could have worked better. Cena say he's faced at Russell Place. Undertaker says this is his yard. Let's see what we do, right?
Right.
Cena, your legacy is not complete until you step in the ring with Taker at WrestleMania. You ain't doing that in
Right.
this business till you done that, right?
Right.
Okay. Take her Reigns. There's a similarity to that story, and since Roman thinks this is his yard, I get it, but
Well, to me, I felt like they took that inch and decided to try to stretch a mile with it. Because personally, I just don't feel like that was a good enough. I don't think that was a good enough stage for them to run off of in order to make this happen. Like, it's really ridiculous if you ask me. Because I get the whole, I get the premises behind it. I get why Undertaker would be offended and why Roman feel like he needs to do this, and you know, I understand all of that. What I don't understand is how do you just make this happen? You know, the very first moment that I realized that this was going to be a match, and I kid you not, the very first time I realized that this could actually be a possibility was Royal Rumble, when Roman Reigns he eliminated Undertaker, and he just stared at him. He stared at him with these intense eyes that was just like, yeah, get out of my face. And he showed no fear and no kind of intimidation or anything. And Undertaker just stared back. I knew at that moment this was going to be the match for WrestleMania this year. And I swear to you, I called it 2 months ago, and I was just sitting around waiting for somebody to explain the rest to me. Because, in all honesty, in my eyes, this match should just not even happen. But it's going to. So right now, I'm just kind of trying to mentally adjust to the fact that this is going to happen, and they're going to allow it. And I'm just kind of like, why? But, you know, it could come out good for the both of them. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. Undertaker does need a big match for WrestleMania. And Roman Reigns does have a big enough name to where this doesn't seem too far-fetched or just fucking ridiculous. But at the same time, there are too many people that are looking at this like, are you serious? Like, just why? So many different ends to the spectrum that need to be tied together. But it's gonna happen, people. I mean, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Roman took on Jinder Mahal, which was, you know, whatever. HBK made a surprise appearance because I guess Roman called out the Undertaker, but HBK showed up, which, you know, it's WrestleMania season, right? HBK, of course, gave him the heartfelt warning of, you know, don't do this. This could be whatever. But, you know, I'm like, yeah, right, okay.
Right.
Then, Braun Strowman took out Roman after the match. And Keish, this is like the fourth time this has happened. The crowd gave a thank you Strowman chant.
That's awful. That's awful.
Yo, you gotta turn Roman heel. This Taker thing is the perfect time. You gotta turn Roman heel. You can't keep having him coming out here as a babyface and get booed out the arena. Just, I mean, why do that to yourself? Stop having that guy getting booed out the arena.
That's my question.
Like, there's ways to deal with stuff. And that is not the one. Stop letting that guy get booed out the arena.
No, that ain't the way to deal with that. That's not even close, but it happens, so.
Yeah, well, just thought I'd go. I'm just getting stunned by things I've seen.
Right.
But yeah, Austin Aries defeated Daivari in a little warm up. Big Show beat Titus O'Neil because why should Titus O'Neil even be around at this point? Sorry, Q's. Also, Keish, we gotta watch that Jetsons WWE movie.
Wow. Is it that good?
I don't know. I'm assuming it is. They done really well with the Scooby-Doo movies. Like, I enjoyed those. So, also, I haven't done any movie reviews. I should have done about 10 by now. But, hey, stuff happens. But yeah, I think it looks good, and I think we should watch it. I'm going to use my kid to watch it. She can help me review it. Which is beautiful about having a kid. I realized I saw almost all the animated movies that was nominated at the Kids' Choice Awards this year.
Wow.
Yeah, which I did watch the Kids' Choice Awards because John Cena was hosting, and my daughter wanted to see it. So I was like, yeah, I'll rock with you. Bailey defeated Nia Jax via DQ. And Sasha did not come and help. She let her keep getting her ass beat. Try to get through the Raw portion of the show because guess what? I haven't done the news, birthdays, or SmackDown, and we are an hour deep. Partially because I spent 30 minutes talking about nudity.
Right.
Or amateur porn, however you want to look at it. But yeah, so we're going to run through this. So, Mick Foley was tasked with firing somebody. That was his thing for the evening. He had to fire somebody. He had to cut the fat somehow, right? Keish, some of the speeches that was given to Mick Foley throughout the night by Stephanie McMahon. First of all, I'll say this every time. I'm tired of the heel authority figure, but Steph and Triple H are so good. Triple H goes into this too.
I give it to them. They deliver that like on a silver platter, man. Like when it comes to that heel character and them two, they got it. Like I mean, man. I mean, of course, if you follow Triple H's career, actually tell the truth, both of them, and this whole heel thing, I mean, they've had it since day one. So it's not like this is something that they just started like a month ago or a week ago or even a year ago. Like this has been manifested in their careers for years and years. Like it's amazing to me to see them on camera and how, I mean, perfectly natural they are with them. It's almost like it's like they were born for it. It's crazy to me.
Right.
But then, I associate both of them with Devil anyway. So, it's just kind of like, all right, where's your horns and your tail at? Because I know, and your pitchfork. Because I know, somewhere around here is these things exist. Because I'm just saying, y'all are just awful. Like, I can't stand either one of them. But at the same time, with all that being said, I really just feel like I must isolate too, and I'm going to say this about Stephanie. She's great at it. She needs to stop it. And it's really just a matter of, she does so much, you know what I'm saying, throughout the show, and the things she say to Mick are like completely unnecessary and unruly, and it just doesn't even need to happen. But what can we do? So I'm done with it. I've been done with it. The whole heel thing for them is just got really old. I mean, really, really old. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, right? But Foley was getting those speeches from Stephanie, and you know what I felt like, Keish? I felt like I was at work. I felt like I was hearing them say bullshit speeches. Like, I'm giving you an opportunity to step up. I know we can do this and that. I'm like, shit. I feel like I'm about to get this out of here before I go to lunch every day. Well, Triple H was like, look, you need to go in the back, just shut it up, pray for your job, I'm like, you know, I think I do that. I have to go to the back. I just got to be like, I need this job. I need this job because I'm going to take care of my family. Because if not, I would have told all you people, you stupid fucks, why the hell do y'all keep... No, sorry.
Right.
But...
That was right.
Mick Foley used the opportunity to fire somebody, try to fire Stephanie. I don't know how successful that was because Triple H showed up. But then that brought Seth Rollins. And he limped down on that crutch, and then he tossed the crutch and said, hey, man, I'm good. Till Triple H used the crutch on him. But before that, hey, Rollins was looking good. I think he's ready. Triple H got some heat on him by beating up Rollins and hitting him with that crutch and that injured knee.
Yeah, it explains that.
Yeah.
It definitely does. Oh, Lord, why? Keith, why?
Well, like I said, positive news. We got Seth Rollins back. Seth Rollins will be ready for WrestleMania, which was probably one of the better matches on the show with him and Triple H. Triple H has been working out. He has been doing house shows and dark matches. And mostly 6-man tags with him, Owens, and Joe. So... those guys get to learn, watch the game.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
But that's what I do when stuff gets started.
Right. But with that being said, it's time for the break, man. We're going to hit our break. We'll be back, and then we'll finish with birthdays, news, and SmackDown. Peace.
But you burn the soul of Sister Abigail, Randy. And so did I. And I should have known better. Sister Abigail is the spawn of Satan. She was forged in hell itself. And she still beats in the black hearts of all her apostles. Now she has bestowed her power upon me. Now I am the Lord of Lords, with no boundaries, the all-powerful, the all-seeing, the all-knowing. I am omniscient. It is my duty to purge all of the infidels in this life. I'll start with you. I have consumed all of her wickedness. She lives through me now, eternally. I'm born again, Randy. In her ashes, I baptize myself. Follow the buzzards.
Everybody, we are back at it for Ring Time Pro Wrestling.
Researching and researching and researching and more researching.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because I sat there and was like, oh, hey, what's going on? But then I forgot the promo ended. I'm still sitting here. But it is time for birthdays. Birthdays. March 18th, Saturday, probably when you get this show, if you download it online, because that's when it will go up for you guys. But if you listen to live, well, guess what? We've already crossed over to the 18th. So yesterday was Friday, the 17th, St. Patty's Day. Look at the Irish Green Bear. Samoa Joe celebrated a birthday. Samoa Joe turned 38. A young Andrew Tess Martin would have been 42 if he had still lived. Rick Martel out here in these streets turning 51. No, I'm sorry, 61. Holy shit. So Rick the Bottle Martel, aka what half a Strike Force, out here in these streets. Oh, that's today, actually. It wasn't yesterday. It was today. Happy birthday, Rick Martel. Happy birthday, EC3, Ethan Carter, turning 34 today. Tomorrow, Evan Bourne will be turning 34.
It's not bad.
Tomorrow, March 19th, AJ Lee will be turning 30. And if you go to the 20th, which is Monday, Homicide will be celebrating a birthday, turning 40. And the man we know as Sting will be turning 58 on Monday. So, getting all that out. Keish, how was your birthday trip? Your birthday weekend last week?
Oh, it was awesome. Man, I had so much fun. I lost money, but it was greatness. I had fun. I have to honestly say, from my own personal standpoint, I had an awesome time. I was given a cookie cake, and I had tequila, and I had loved ones around me, and so it was fun. Regardless of everything else, like, it was an awesome time. I wish that you could have been there, but there'll be other birthdays. So, but I did enjoy myself. I did. And Lance is already talking about going back to the casino like next weekend. And I was like, okay. Like I told him, I said, okay, whatever. But it was fun, though. It was fun. It was only a 2-hour trip, so it wasn't only 2 hours. It only takes 2 hours to get there. Oh, man. And I had a great time. I'm not a person that posts a lot of pictures, so there wasn't too many pictures that were posted up that weekend. It was just, I just was having too much fun, enjoying myself. So, yeah. Oh, but the hours jumping forward at 2 o'clock screwed me all the way up, because I swear to you, I was messed up that next morning, not knowing what time it was. My phone didn't update the way it should have until like a whole hour after the fact. And I was like, seriously? Like, come on, man. Like, it took my phone to like 10 o'clock to like really like update itself. So I was like, this is bull. But everybody, we left and everybody made it back safely. So it was good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't told you yet, but I guess I could tell you now. I got to drive a gas new car. Man, that's just awesome. Like,
yeah. Mom said she hadn't even drove it yet.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is what happened. So, Tuesday, sis usually leaves her truck here, and I go pick up Mariah from school. And what really ended up happening is she asked Dad if he can go get her. And so when Dad came home, he was going to start cooking, and then like I told him, well, when you leave, just let me know, and now watch everything until you get back. But instead, he ended up just asking me if I wanted to go get her, and I was like, yeah. So I got the keys and I left before he realized what was going on. It was.
So you stole your daddy's car?
I didn't steal it because he knew I had it. Like, he gave me the keys. Like, well, I got the keys off the table. But still, he was there when I did it, so it's not like he didn't know. Like, I would never. I want everyone to hear this and understand. Like, I would never just get up and just take the keys and just roll out. Like, I ain't crazy. Like, I ain't crazy. But I am extra cautious, so I was very, very cautious. But I have to honestly say, it's a nice ride. It's a nice ride. I enjoy driving it. Would I get one for myself? Not really, but it's not particularly my cup of tea. But it's a nice car. I give it that. So I had to throw that in there, though. I had to put that in there. Not necessarily just because of the car, just because I am thoroughly glad that I am trusted enough to drive the car. So by myself, without anybody in there with me, like, that's big for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I feel thoroughly that is a very happy moment for me. So I had to share. I wanted to share with everyone.
All right. Well, glad you did that. So we learned. Oh,
just easy.
So let's get to the news.
And if we didn't have enough news for today.
Well, this is the stuff I had pre-booked, right? Just in case you haven't seen Cedric Alexander on 205 Live, he has suffered a knee injury and will be out for 5 months.
Damn.
Yeah, so that happened. Jack Swagger was granted his release by the WWE. A lot of people don't know he was actually seeking that release, and he got it. So Swagger probably will be showing up somewhere on these indie streets near you in the next couple of months.
Of course he will.
Probably as Jack Swagger Lots or something crazy, because I'm pretty sure the WWE owns Jack Swagger. Dennis Stamp. He was Terry Funk's friend in the Beyond the Mat video or DVD.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to get on. Well, he was trying to get on the show. Terry was like, "Hey, man, I want you to be at my retirement show," which Terry Funk did not retire at that time. But anyway, wrestlers having house retirement shows. He was like, "Yeah, I ain't coming if I ain't booked, man. I'll roll like that because I wasn't booked." He was I think he was a little cross with Terry that he wasn't booked, right?
Right.
But that's how I know Dennis Stamp or whatever. But hey, man, dude was kind of a legend. He was a wrestler and referee, big in the Amarillo area, which where the Funks were kind of huge and they ran the territory. Wrestled extensively in the 70s and the 80s for the AWA, and he wrestled a lot of NWA territories. State high school wrestler champion, kind of cool. But in 1971, he was the AWA Rookie of the Year. He won a bunch of different titles. He won titles in the Los Angeles area. He was 2-time champ. And the television champion. Had feuds with like Man Mountain Mike and Greg Valentine. Hall of Famer Greg the Allen Valentine. But yeah. Dennis Stamp passed away. Sad to hear. Now some other news. Rusev is out for a couple of months with a shoulder injury. So if you don't see Rusev for a while, shoulder injury. No Rusev Barasta. Okay. Impact Wrestling is threatening the Hardys with legal action. What is that about?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Like some roads you just don't even want to dip into. Like,
no, I know what it's about, but and Jeff and Matt. Well, Matt speaks on it, but basically, here's what it is. They're suing them based on the relationship of the Broken Hardy thing, and they said they're trying to come after their father, which is crazy. They trying to come after the senior. Oh, come on now. Impact can't be hustling backwards that bad. But,
right.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I'm trying to figure out where Impact get the money to be hire these lawyers to be going after the Hardys like that. Like, what do you? Don't y'all got other stuff y'all need to be taking care of right now?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's kind of like, hey man, y'all might want to like not go to court. The last thing y'all need to do is do more court. Like, I do not get why y'all would even do that to y'allself. But yeah, man, they are out here trying to get the court war. Oh, AJ Styles has been moved to the WWE alumni section. That's weird. Oh, but you know,
well, no,
not really weird. They just stick to the gimmick.
Of course.
Just sticking to the
But after we talk about SmackDown, then it shows. Well, I'll say this much because we're going to go into the discussion about SmackDown anyway. That AJ is dedicated. That's all that means to me. This whole thing and WWE and AJ, they are dedicated to this thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
But, yeah, basically, Impact Wrestlers threatened to sue the Hardys over the broken gimmick. Because, you know, they're ROH now and they still use the broken Matt Hardy and stuff like that. And Impact is claiming intellectual property, which we all know is bullshit because everybody knows that has been watching this online have been seeing that, like, hey, he came up with this on his own. But yeah, one thing we're gonna learn to do is be better about business, and TNA definitely needs to learn to be better about business. We talked about celebrity sex tapes. Kurt Angle will be inducted into the Hall of Fame by John Cena. If you remember, John's debut on the main roster was the Ruthless Aggression.
Right.
So, yeah, I think that's going to be fun and good for everybody involved. Keish, have you seen Southpaw Pro Wrestling?
I have not.
Okay. First of all, it's a parody. But I was like, yo, Southpaw Wrestling, what the hell is they talking about? They say it's on debut tomorrow, WWE.com. I thought it was going to be like, they'd file some territory footage of some old shit that nobody's ever seen before. Because they do that, right? Because they own a lot of the tape libraries. And some of the companies that they bought had tapes from other territories that were lesser known. So I would be surprised if, like, Georgia Championship Wrestling had, like, some footage from, like, Pensacola, even though I don't think they bought them, or Championship Wrestling of Florida or something like that that's kind of stashed or, you know what I mean, wildly referenced. Yeah. But after, you know, dealing with that, I was like, okay, let's see what this is. Man, I clicked on the video and saw John Cena in a bad wig, and then they start doing their skits. It is like a spoof, but it's like almost dead old, Keish. It is like they going back and making old 80s wrestling Saturday shows where, the guys talk and then they set it up and they do the interviews and all that stuff, and it looks so 1982. And it's funny as hell. Like, I can't believe the WWE is involved in this, and I can't believe that, like, they got as many big stars making it work. Because it's hard to get people to work anyway. But, yeah, that happened. I ain't gonna go into a lot of other news because we gotta get to this SmackDown. So, yeah, AJ Styles opens up the show, talking about not being the main event at WrestleMania, and he's pissed off. Then, we have a few matches. Mickie James defeated Alexa Bliss in a non-title match. I think they really want Mickie to shine right now. And I think it's a matter of her reconnecting with the new fans. Like, I think after a while she'll do that.
Of course she is.
Becky Lynch defeated Natty with a cross arm bar. Carmella comes and then kicks both of them in the back of the head. When James Ellsworth is still around, Keish, what the fuck?
I know, right? Like, I'm still trying to figure out, like, how has he not been just complete? How is this even possible? Like, they keep finding ways to plug him in somewhere and give him time, and give him matches, and this, that, and the third, and it's kind of like, it is really ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. Like, I just don't understand him and this entire situation of him.
Yeah.
So,
but
I don't know. All I know is they need to break that shit up. I'm just saying. Like, I'm not even a big Carmella fan. I just know that this whole James Ellsworth thing, way too far. Way too far.
Yeah.
No problem.
So we make Miz and Maurice official versus John Cena and Nikki Bella. No surprises there. It's kind of funny. It's funny watching them reveal stuff on the show because it's like, yeah, we knew where that was headed. We knew we wouldn't get much there.
Of course not.
Right. So it just, I don't know. So we have that happen. AJ Styles brutally attacked Shane McMahon on his way into the arena. Which lets me know where we're going with that. But AJ gets fired by Daniel Bryan, but we don't know if he's fired for sure or if this is just, the setup because Shane wants AJ at WrestleMania. Go ahead and say it. Look, here's the thing. I love Shane McMahon. I think he's an incredible asset to the business. I love that he gives up his body for the business. He's an older son. He didn't have to do that. I like the fact that he really takes this serious. That being said, there had to be a better match for AJ freaking Styles at WrestleMania. Keish.
Right.
AJ Styles, easily 2016 MVP. Most valuable wrestler probably in the world. 2016, had the wrestle world on his back. I don't know. I kind of got froze for words, but go ahead.
No. All right. It's not that I don't like Shane. I love Shane. I've always loved Shane in matches. I've always loved Shane wrestling. I've always loved his enthusiasm, his drive, his ambition. Like his work ethic is untouched. It's crazy. It was already crazy enough to see him face The Undertaker at WrestleMania. So for me, like, I don't consider this whole match too far-fetched in itself. It's just that I'm actually kind of shocked they went this angle with AJ. Like, to fire him and then for him to have attack Shane like he did. Right? I know I might be telling too much right now. But it was the only way I was going to be able to say what I need to say.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I don't know if I like the match too much just because of who's involved.
Right.
They have to really pull it off in a way that have me in awe or something. Like, to me, I just feel like there needs to be, like, some special stipulations. You know, I think there just need to be some stuff in play that would make this match that much more interesting. Because right now, it's just a what the F. It's really kind of a what the F moment for me. That's pretty much how I feel about it this time. It's kind of just, it's weird almost. Like, out of everybody backstage in the locker room and on the sideline and all of that, you mean to tell me that y'all couldn't come up with something better than this?
True. Fair enough.
Like, that's something that I could have been thought out just a little bit more. So, I guess we'll have to see how deep they take this whole AJ Shane thing. But I think that's the only thing that's gonna, the next, all the way up until WrestleMania is gonna be very interesting. And and I mean that in a good way. So it's gonna be a very interesting dynamic on both Raw and SmackDown for this reason. So I feel like, I can honestly say, Keith, I feel like somebody knows what they're doing by booking that match. Like, somebody knows what they're doing. We might not understand it right now, and we might not get it at this moment, but somebody knows what they're doing by booking this match, and I'm just trying to figure out what exactly that is.
Okay, here's the thing. So, I think they're fairly capable of having a good match, right?
Right.
Shade is willing to give his body up to entertain. AJ Styles is one of the top 5 guys in the world. I just wish we had another way, but that's fine. Now, there's also maybe pre-setting up for a brand split. Not for a brand split, but I'm sorry, for like a talent exchange where maybe AJ comes to Raw and somebody else comes to SmackDown. Don't really know for sure, right?
Right.
But we'll see coming down the line. Ziggler gets counted out against Mojo because he just walks off. Because Mojo was in the middle of what his Mojo things. Randy Orton comes to the ring, and Bray Wyatt has a message. He has baptized himself in the ashes of Sister Abigail. Cut a nice promo that you heard probably at the halftime point of this show. Even though I don't know if it's exactly halftime. That's another thing that we talked about.
Right.
All right. The Usos beat American Alpha.
I love the Usos right now.
Yeah.
I know I say this every time we talk about them on the show, but I am thoroughly enthused and happy about where they at right now. So every time I see the Usos, I'm just kind of like, yes. Because this is, I feel like for them, this is a while coming too. Right. So I'm excited about this whole situation with them. I think this is just greatness, you know, and the way they be laying it in on American Alpha and everybody else, how they decide to put everything on notice, like,
yeah, Hey man, the new Usos are doing some of their best promo work I've seen in a while. Really ever from them. And American Alpha, I think, is going to learn a lot from working with them. Also, speaking of American Alpha, congratulations to Jason Jordan, who got married over the weekend. So, that happened.
Yeah.
When you start making the big bucks, you're champ now.
Exactly.
But, so that happened. I think that's pretty much, like, SmackDown really didn't have a lot of events. We talked about the ladies' matches. Becky defeated Natty. Carmella jumped in. Mickie James defeated Alexa Bliss. Now, the Alexa Bliss matchup at WrestleMania is going to be interesting because it's all the available women on the SmackDown roster, right? So I'm going to take Maurice and Nikki Bella out since they're already booked for a tag match. I mean, I don't know. I think we have a number that could end up about 5. We have a number that could end up at like 8. Because let's say Trinity is healthy by the end. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be greatness. But continue.
All right. But then you can just keep trying to go down the roster, see if they got anybody else for maybe a few NXT call-ups come. Maybe Asuka shows up. Because she just got signed to SmackDown. Like, this is very interesting, the place. And Alexa, we're going to learn a lot about her because she's going to be boxed in. But, yeah. Going to be fun. Going to be crazy. I don't know. Anything you want to cover? Anything going on out there that I missed?
Well, let me see. No, actually, I think that's where that stops for me. Because I mean, I really, because I really am just totally against this whole Miz, Maurice, John Cena, Nikki thing. So I don't even want to get into talking about that because I can do that all day. Everything about that whole story, that whole particular story is just skewed and ridiculous. So I'm not even gonna draw attention to that too much than I already am. I am excited to see how the next few weeks go. As far as people's attitudes, people's locations and times, and I'm really thoroughly excited to see how things proceed, up until WrestleMania. And I will tell everybody right now, make sure that you watch Raw and SmackDown. Make sure you watch both Raw and SmackDown, and keep up, so that you know what's going on too. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to really.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's go. The New Japan Cup. The finals are going to be this weekend. Well, actually, it goes into Monday morning. So Sunday night going into Monday morning. I don't have the exact. I'll get you the times in the right time zone, but they will be going down tonight and tomorrow. We got some stuff going on. So, so far the tournament has produced. I can tell you where we at in the tournament so far. We are up to the semifinals, which probably the semis will be tonight and the finals will be tomorrow. So Shibata, and Ishii are one semifinal, and Evil with Bad Luck Fale are in another final. And it's kind of funny because like they took like out Kenny Omega in the first round. You lost to Ishii.
Oh, wow.
In a 29-minute match, which has been the longest match of the entire tournament.
Right.
Shibata took out Juice Robinson in the second round. I think Juice Robinson took out Yujiro Takahashi. I think they spelled that wrong. Yoshihashi lost to Sonata. I mean, like, just looking at some of the first round matchups. Nagata lost to Evil, so that's where he fell out. Bad Luck Fale took out Mike Elgin. So Okada was not in the tournament. But yeah, so we'll get to the finals, and I'm sure they probably gonna have a full show between the 2 days. So, and the final round will be there's March 20th, which if it's 3 p.m. Tokyo time, I can give you my world clock where I have Tokyo time already set. So 3 a.m. would be an hour and a half from now. So that'd be like 2 a.m. in the morning, our time. And, if you up, watch it. They got English commentary available during that time. And,
that's awesome.
Hey, man, if you got a Chromecast, you can run it from the app. We got to go to the browser first, though, to run it to the app, and then it'll go to the cast. But either way, check out some New Japan this weekend if you can. With that, hey, I think we're going to wrap this show up. It has been fun entertaining you all. Peace, be safe. We are headed towards WrestleMania. Next week's show, we will find out what it will be about. And then the week after, WrestleMania preview. So we're going to be rocking and rolling and getting heavy with this wrestling. Keish, enjoy working with you. And
of course.
We will close this out. Peace.
Bye.